Hi there! Welcome to English 9, an exciting time as there are many opportunities for you to succeed. This is Sir Julius, ready to impart the knowledge and skills that you can't refuse. Before we start our episode this week, let's call in my learning buddy Lado for a short overview. Hi Lado! It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too, sir.
So can you tell me something about our last topic?
Yes, sir. I learned that when making connections to the text that you are reading, it helps you to make sense of what you read, retain the information better, and engage more with the text itself. You can make connections between text to self, text to text, and text to world. In text to self connection, you connect what you are reading to your personal experiences. In text to text connection, you connect what you are reading to other books that you have read before. In text to world connection, you can connect what you are reading to real events, whether in the past and present time, social issues, other people, and happenings going on in the world.
Wow! You have learned so much, Lado. That's great! In the previous episode, you were able to understand how making connections in text is a critical reading comprehension strategy that helps you make meaning of what you are reading. Analyzing the literature helps you to understand the unchanging values in a changing world. This time, for you to understand more the different unchanging values, we are going to talk about theater arts. It's not something really new to you because you have already learned this in the previous grade levels. And this time, we will just try to relearn and rediscover the importance of this lesson because some of you might have already forgotten it. Are you excited to get moving? To begin your learning journey, let us first have this activity. Clap once if the statement is true. Clap twice if the statement is false. Do not worry because the statements are common to you, I'm sure. So hurry and give it a try. Number 1. Antagonist is the central character of the story. Is it true or false? Number 2. The featured sequence in revealing the facts of a plot is called exposition. Is it true or false? Number 3. Conflict is the opposition of persons or forces giving the rise of dramatic action. Is it true or false? Number 4. Theater is an individual form of performing art. Is it true or false? And number 5. The 6 elements of theater are plot, character, thought, diction, music, and spectacle. Is it true or false? Good job! Thank you for trying your best in answering the activity. Now, let us see if your answers are correct. Number 1. Antagonist is a central character of a story. The correct answer is false, because the central character of a story is the protagonist. Number 2. The featured sequence in revealing the facts of a plot is called exposition. The correct answer is true. That is called the exposition. It is the background information of the characters and setting explained in the beginning of the story. The exposition will often have information about events that happened before the story began. The exposition is often the very first part of the plot. Number 3. Conflict is the opposition of persons or forces giving rise to dramatic action. The correct answer is true. We have 5 common types of conflicts: the man versus self, man versus society, man versus man, man versus nature, and man versus supernatural being. Number 4. Theater is an individual form of performing art. The correct answer is false, because theater is a collaborative form of performing arts that uses live performers, usually actors and actresses and people behind the stage, such as stage directors, to present the experience of a real or imagined event before a live audience in a specific place or a stage. And number 5, the 6 elements of theater are plot, character, thought, diction, music, and spectacle. The correct answer is true. Did you get them all correct? Wow! Amazing! You made it! You seem to have an idea on what you're going to learn on this episode. Now, observe and understand this short dialogue. Please be reminded that you are going to answer the guide questions. So grab your pen and paper. Please take note of the guide questions first. Number 1. What is the importance of dialogue in conveying a message of the play or story? Number 2. Did these expressions in the given dialogue help you in understanding the message? Number 3. What are the values shown in the dialogues? Are the characters portraying unchanging values in the changing world? Are you ready? Let's go!
Jessie dear, I got you a new kind of banana. It's Cavendish.
Why do you get Cavendish banana when I like binangay?
I just thought you'd like a change.
No, I don't want a change. I want binangay. Why am I always being contradicted?
I thought it would be a surprise.
No, I only want what I want.
Okay, child, I'll buy you a new one, okay?
So what have you observed with the dialogue? What are the values shown in the dialogues? Are the characters portraying unchanging values in this unchanging world? Exactly. The child was unsatisfied with what her mother had provided him.
No, I don't want a change. I want binangay. Why am I always being contradicted?
Was it right? Of course not. We should always be thankful for what we have. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation of all abundance. Let's have another one.
Hey, look, Josh, what are you looking so worried about?
Uncle, have you seen Marvin?
Hey, Marvin, come here.
Yes, uncle.
Josh is looking for you.
Marvin, you're supposed to study with me today. We have an examination next week.
You better study with Josh, Marvin. Go ahead now.
Yes, uncle.
So what have you observed with the dialogue? What are the values shown in the dialogues? Are the characters portraying unchanging values in that changing world? Great job! Joash showed care for Marvin not to fail.
Marvin, you're supposed to study with me today. We have an examination next week.
His uncle also acts as disciplinarian who really knows what's right for Marvin.
You better study with Joash, Marvin. Go ahead now.
And Marvin there also followed his cousin and uncle immediately.
Yes, uncle.
And that is a positive values. What is the importance of dialogue in conveying a message of the play or story? Dialogue is a useful tool for developing your characters and moving your plot forward. Dialogue can help you establish the backstory, and it can reveal important plot details that the reader may not know about yet. Dialogue is great for rocketing up the tension between characters. Dialogue can also establish the mood. Like the scene itself, dialogue has several specific functions in the screenplay. Its primary function is dramatic, that is, to carry the story forward. Characters speak because they need something, and saying something will help them get it. Number 2, do these expressions in the given dialogue help you in understanding the message? Dialogue provides information that the reader senses about the relationship between the characters, their personalities, and their moods. Apart from that, it gives specific data about the plot, so all of the information provided in a dialogue must be justified. What is the difference between drama to theater? Drama is a written text, while theater is a live performance. We read the drama, but we see a theater or play. The basic elements of theater: script or text, scenario, or plan. This is the starting point of the theatrical performance. The element must often considered as the domain of the playwright in theater. It can be simplistic, as in the 16th century, with the scenarios used by the acting troops of the Commedia dell'arte. Or it can be elaborated, such as works of William Shakespeare. The script, scenario, or plan is what the director uses as a blueprint to build a production form. The process. This is the coordination of the creative efforts, usually headed up in theater by the director. It is a pure process by which the playwright work is brought to by the director, actors, designers, technicians, dancers, musicians, and any other collaborators that come together on the script, scenario, or plan. The product. This is the end results of the process of work involved. The final product that results from all of the labors coming together to complete the finished work of script, scenario, and plan. In union with all of the collaborators in the process to create the final product. This is what the audience will witness as they sit in the theater and view the work. The audience. Theater requires an audience. For all of the arts, public is essential. The physical presence of an audience can change a performance, inspire actors, and create expectations. Theater is a living, breathing art form. The presence of live actors on the stage in front of live audiences sets it apart from modern-day films and television. Now let's talk about elements of drama. Most successful playwrights follow the theories of playwriting and drama that were established over 2,000 years ago by a man named Aristotle. Thought, theme, and ideas. What the play means as opposed to what happens. The plot. Sometimes, the theme is clearly stated in the title, It may be stated through dialogue by a character acting as a playwright's voice. Or it may be the theme is less obvious and emerges only after some study or thought. Action or plot. The events of a play, the story as opposed to the theme, what happens rather than what it means. The plot must have sorts of unity and clarity by setting up a pattern by which each action initiating the next rather than standing alone, without connection to what came before it or what follows. In the plot of a play, characters are involved in conflict that has a pattern of movement. The action and movement in the play begins from the initial entanglement through the rising action, climax, and falling action to resolution. Characters. These are the people presented in the play that are involved in the perusing plot. Each character should have their own distinct personality, age, appearance, beliefs, socioeconomic background, and language. Language and diction. The word choices made by this playwright and the enunciation of the actors of the language.
You better study with Joash, Marvin. Go ahead now.
No, I only want what I want.
Language and dialogue delivered by the characters move the plot and action along, provides exposition, defines the distinct characters. Each playwright can create their own specific style in relationship to language choices they use in establishing character and dialogue. Setting. Setting is a time and place of the story. The setting of a story can change throughout the plot. The environment includes geographical location, such as beach or mountains, the climate and weather, and the social and cultural aspects, such as school, theater, meeting, club, and etc. Oops, we are not done yet. Grab your pen and paper and do this activity to check how far you have understood the lesson. Are you ready? Let's get started! Use the Venn diagram to write the similarities and differences between theater and drama. Go and begin! It looks like you are through with this activity. Congratulations for actively engaging in each of the activity prepared for you. Learning about theater arts and drama will help you in understanding their differences and similarities. Theater arts is a collaborative performance, while the drama, in literature, it is a portrayal of fictional or non-fictional events through the performance of written dialogue. Therefore, drama is the printed text of a play, while theater is the actual production of a play. Learning about this topic will help you understand the various literature that you are going to encounter in your daily living. Good luck on your application of this topic in your daily life, specifically in understanding the various and changing values in this changing world. For your assignment, try to write your own short dialogue about COVID-19 and send it to my Facebook, and we will present it on our next episode. This has been Sir Jules, ready to impart the knowledge and skills that you can't refuse. Thank you, and see you next time.